Okay guys, today because of the amount of ones I have got, which right now as recording this is 274, I decided to make a video on how to win games, but especially solo games. However, some of these tips will go into solo. So as you can see here in the gameplay right now, we're dropping out the Loot Lake Modern House. This is just because like you're next to Pleasant, Bridges, next to Tilted, you're next to Anarchy, next to Motel, you're next to Dusty, you're pretty much always near a circle or in it. And like, this is what this is going to be about, so just drop here and then just follow the rest of the video. I will keep cutting in sometimes whenever something good happens, just to tell you what I did, why I did, and why I did it, and why you should do it too, and how it helps you. So this is the loot one that I would advise you to take. Going modern house, then jumping into the watchtower by building up or just walking up the stairs. Depends how you want to. I normally just build up because I can't bother walking up the stairs. And then you drop down here as you see me do. I'm doing this very slowly for some odd reason. Obviously break down trees, get materials, but that comes in with a different tip. And as you can see then, there's a chest here. And also to the left of me there is an island. I do not go to loot it in this, I don't think. But that's just because of the way I was playing in this game. This is one of the first games that I dropped here, which is the reason why I'm showing it to you, just because that's how good it actually is. That the first game I dropped here, I won it. So it's how good this spot actually is. So yeah, once you've done that, you can go over here to get one chest that could spawn here next to them tents. It doesn't in this game. But the island that I said about, that can have, I've had Sky drop there. It's got I think 3 spots. There's 1 chest spot, 2 floor drops that I've saw, and just wood overall. So yeah, let's carry on with the looting. Right, this third tip is probably the most important, because without this you can't really do much in the game, and this is just be ready. Always be ready. That's why most of this video you saw me break down trees. That's just so if I get in the fight I'm ready, I can build, I can do things. And also that links in with weapons, like what weapons you are using, why you are using them. In here, so I'm using a pistol because I don't have an AR, so that's a semi-decent long range, medium range weapon. The shotgun, obviously close range, as well paired with attack SMG, because of the double pump not being in the game anymore. Bandages, obviously, you need at least 1 health thing during the game, so you just keep them. But yeah, as you can see here, me running into Annika, I saw someone that had been here, but then no one actually was here at all, I don't think, in this video, so it was pretty good. I got out to loot all of Modern House, Watchtower, the side barn, and then I got to loot all of Annika. So the third tip is fight or flight. This is what that's pretty much for every fight. You either choose to fight it or you choose to run away. Obviously sometimes running away can be like people might think you're scared because you don't want to fight someone, but sometimes it's the best thing to do. You can't do anything else but do flight response. Like here, I go backwards just because he's throwing grenades at me, he's trying to put the pressure on. But then I think, right, yeah, he's trying to put the pressure on, he's not very good at it, he's just throwing grenades into me. So this is why I get the high ground. You always need high ground in fights. And then I lose track of him. He probably knows where I am, I'm not sure. But this just making me go, like, once you saw me build the ramp outside and then build a little square around me so I couldn't get shot. Then I built up again just because I would need to be higher than the actual horse pen itself. Just so if he was to get onto it, then I would be okay. Here with the hand cannon, I'm literally just trying to hit him, just so he's on low health than me, because he could have been on full shield. He wasn't like happy, but like he had what 150. He had the same as me at the start, but then I got him down very quick with the hand cannon, and then I loot him just remember, like, some fights, I don't have a clip of that, but some fights you do have to retreat from. You can't take them. Like, if they've got the mad high ground in a base with RPGs and everything, you don't want to fight that. Wait till the end, try to snipe them or something, but you don't want to push it. So with tip 4 being taking control, this is more to do with fights or taking control of your environment. So in here I start looking for spike traps, and then I see it's looted, so I don't really go to loot it. But then I actually hear someone running about, so this is where I scout the area to make sure I know where he is and exactly where he is. I think he's on the second floor because I can hear like the faint sound. But then I start jumping on the roof just to scare him, let him know I'm there, and hopefully he tries to push me. He doesn't in this fight at all. He was playing a very passive person, camping in the Tomato Townhouse for no reason. He's probably been there since the start of the game. But taking control, I'm scaring him by breaking in, so now he knows I'm in the building. He knows that I'm going to come from the wall. I see that ramp going up, that probably means he's in the attic, but he's got an easy way down. Here with breaking this, as you can see, I place it back just so like I can edit through to see what's inside of it, just so I don't peek, and then that's where I find him. So this is where I'm taking control of my environment mainly, so I can fight him. Like there I go for the shot, but I end up shooting my own wall. So now he knows I'm there. He managed to get a few shots off at me. I pick up the scar there because why not, and then that's where you take control. I had to play aggressive then. He came at me, but then I played aggressive. I won the fight. Yes, I'm only on 81 health, but then I found the one miniature that the guy didn't pick up. So then we proceeded with the rest of the game. So sound seemed like a niche thing to talk about, but like here, I started to build as soon as I heard a tiny bit of footsteps, and I didn't know here, but as you can see over at the rock, I finally spot it in a minute. You'll see, I finally spot it. I heard him jiggle his feet about. That just made it so I could hear him a lot easier. So just sound tall, and then this guy, he comes from the storm, hits me once, but thank God he was using a hand. Otherwise I probably would have lost this fight. So after this, I go to loot him. I then sit behind the tree, try and get as much cover as I can. Before you could build the hut, I just didn't want to do it at this point because there was loot all around me. I don't think anyone's going to shoot me, but normally you should build cover around you when you're medding up. So I used the med kit, some mini shields that I had previously. I go to loot the other guy because I see he's got a big shield there as soon as I loot him. I see this guy though. Take one shot at him, miss. I think I take another shot and miss, I'm not sure. Oh no, I hit that shot right. So then once we killed him, I can easily just go over to this guy, hassle free, without anyone looking at me, and just loot, drink the shield, and then move on with the rest. That's just, make sure you're always listening to the game. If you're not listening, then you're probably going to lose. Like, you can't win a game without using sound. You might be able to, but then you've got to be lucky to win the game just from without sound. So just make sure you're always listening to the game. Don't think like you're a god and you can just blast music during the end, because someone's going to build up to you with an RPG or a sniper and you're just going to get wrecked. Right, so this tape's not really tape, it's just a general thing. The top five situation in the game. Like here, this guy choked. Like he was trying to med up obviously, but they started building roofs instead of walls. They wouldn't have won the fight. I don't think I had too much of an advantage over him, but he could have easily stayed alive, broke down the wall before I got to him, and he would have been fine. But he didn't do this, so it made it a lot easier for me to do. Just top 5 situation is where most people choke in the game, and I don't want to use the choke. What's the point in choking when you can actually win the game? So just make sure you are just play like sensible. Like here, I see that no one else is built on top of here, so I know you can't build straight on top of containers. So I went over to one of the ramps and started building up. In the end game here, especially top 5, you want to have a good strong base. Yeah, I am building out of wood. I don't know why I was doing this. Normally I would either build out of metal or brick by now, but I wasn't expecting to stay here. Here, just by sniping at people, I'm not expecting to hit these shots at all. I'm just trying to put pressure on the mic here by shooting down this guy's base. If you put pressure on it, I'll make them, they'll probably try to shoot you, but then obviously if you're putting pressure on someone, you're most likely someone else is going to apply more pressure on them as well, and then one of you is going to get the kill. It doesn't really matter as long as you win the game. So this one is just to go with once again the fly or fight response. Here I'm putting pressure on the guy, but then I can't get shot by someone else, and I don't think I can fight two of them at the same time. As soon as this guy stopped shooting, I edited my way out of the base. This just leads in with the fight or fight response. So as we carry on going down here, just trying to get away from them. Like they're putting way too much pressure on me. I can't do much. Here I had a bit of like random things with editing. Didn't really work. I was initially going to push him, but then I thought, nah, that's a really bad idea. Just because of where he was, so I carried on moving round containers just so I can get further in circle without doing anything. So let's just watch the rest of this. I heard the guy's footsteps, but then didn't turn around quick enough. So now I know he's very low because I've sniped him and shot him with the scar a few times. But now he has to push towards me because of circle. Circle's messing him up here. Nice side kill him. And then now it's me versus the other two people who are fighting, who are both in bases. So here I want to use my choke jug because there's me and two other people. I want to be on the most health I can be at this point. This is where we go for this. And once this is done, you see how I scout the area. Like I look at that guy's base, see if anyone's in there, and then I see where both guys are. Now I know where both guys are. They're in very good positions, just the way the bases are done. So then I need to put pressure on somehow. So you do this by building 2 ramps. At the bottom I kind of messed up. I didn't build the 2 ramps straight away. I built 1 ramp instead of 2. Here I make this guy really low, and then he tries to shotgun me. I don't know how I didn't get sniped by that guy. So then here I've got to put the pressure on. Especially when you're fighting a sniper with an RPG, just jump. Make sure you're jumping when you do use the RPG, otherwise you're just going to mess yourself up. I get in this guy's base because he's in circle. So I'm better off being in circle than not. And I start editing my base sometimes just so I can like try a peek shot him just so he can't like figure out where I am. That's kind of weird though, because he started building a wall so I couldn't shoot him through there. Then he opened a door for me, which was I don't know what he was thinking. But he opened a door. I shouldn't have stood still for that long at all. It's a very easy headshot. But he didn't take it. So here, even though we was already like, playing it was base versus base, here is just where I got very aggressive, just spamming rockets at him. I've got an RPG. I thought he ran down there, so I checked my left a corner instead. And then he tries to run away, and very easy one. Just pretty much just like that in the game. Just play aggressive at the end of the game. You need to, once you've hit the person with a sniper or you've headshot them with a scar, that's when you push. Just because they're going to be on the lowest health and you don't want to give them time to med up.